Hey, Jason at Got Your Back. All right, in this video, I'm going to show you a technique that you can do where you can identify if you have tight hips or you have shallow mobile hips. And again, that is dependent upon your genetics. So genetically, you are either going to have a hip socket that is really deep and lacks flexibility or mobility, or you're going to have a shallow hip socket and you're going to have excellent hip mobility. So you've seen some of these Olympic athletes, Olympic lifters that can get really deep in the squat with weight over their heads. A lot of that's genetics. They can get that deep. Unfortunately, I can't. I don't have that ability in my hips. So it's important that I'm aware of that. It's important that you're aware of that too, so you know how to modify your workouts at the gym or your movements in the garden or your, any physical activity that you do, sporting-wise, recreation-wise. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay on your back. And all you're going to do is you're going to, now let me preface this by saying that it would be better if you had someone trained, or if you talk someone through this to have them move your leg for you. But if you don't, you can try this. This is better than nothing. So what you would want to do is you would want to pull your knee, keeping it straight, and pull it towards your shoulder. Now as I pull that knee towards my shoulder, I want to be aware of what my lower back's doing. So if I pull in, at that point where I either can't pull any further or I feel my back start to press into the ground, that's your hip mobility. That's the end range of your hip mobility. So I'm doing this now and I'm pulling in. That's it. That's all I got. Believe it or not, there are people that can bury their front of their knee into their actual armpit. And those, if you could do that, if you could get that far without compromising your spine, then you have really, really flexible hips. Now, I don't. So that means that I gotta move this leg out more and then pull. And now I can go further. Okay? So that's going to set you up, help you set up your squatting movements. So what you would do is then, if you decided, hey, I have really flexible hips, then I would recommend starting with a neutral foot position. So you'd have your feet shoulder width apart, toes straight ahead, and then go into your squat position. And have someone that's trained that can watch your spine and see when you break that neutral position, because what's going to happen is as you squat, I don't want to stand up and then you're going to lose me in the camera. So as you squat down, what's going to happen is that your pelvis is going to roll back and you're going to flatten your back out. So that's putting stress on your spine. So that if you do that, then trying a more externally rotated foot position or a little wider stance position as you squat might take that rotation in your pelvis and your spine away, so you can squat deeper and you can squat more effectively and you can squat or move without risking injury to your back. So there you have it, a technique that you can use to identify your hip joint mobility and what foot position you might need to adjust to as you either do squats, deadlifts in the gym, or as you're out in the garden, you have to pick up a bag of mulch or whatever it is, the best position that's going to take stress off of your back and keep you pain-free. So if you like this video, you find it helpful, just hit like at the bottom, and I look forward to providing you with more great information.